Hey guys, welcome back to 112 Shelf. It's been a while, but today we're gonna review the Mafex The Boys Billy Butcher. Right, so we got the Mafex logo, nice packaging. Always love the Mafex packaging. We look at the back here. Nice graphics there, and of course the back. Cool thing I love about Mafex is the amount of accessories and of course the quality. A lot like other toy companies, the price of Mafex has gone up, but to me, Mafex is still worth it. The only downside about Mafex is I bought a Spider-Man one, the comic book shaded one, Mafex, and the peg on one of the wrists came off when I was trying to interchange the hands. So I kind of have a bad taste in my mouth ever since then. But this figure is honestly bringing me back in. Not so much as I'm gonna backtrack and get all the ones that I've missed because I didn't want them, but definitely in the future, right? So here is Billy Butcher. Let's take a look at him a little closer and his articulation. Okay, Mafex we know has great articulation. If you've ever had the Spider-Man figures, I had the Batman one as well. And it's such a good toys company that I bought a Batman figure. That was my first Batman figure. I'm not really a big DC guy. I respect it. I like it. But I never really buy their figures. But that Batman figure is just so great, right? So you look at their articulation. Of course, it's going to be better if you take off his little coat here. But it has the typical Mafex, however you say it, to articulation. No ab crunch, but you got a ball joint on the upper chest diaphragm. You have the legs that can move this much up, that much back, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, and you see ankle pivot, and we even see a toe articulation. Look at that. I missed those in the old Marvel Legends, the toe articulation. Doesn't look the best, but hey, it gives you a lot more options. Look at the hips. He could go out that much. Billy Butcher can. One thing I like about Mafex, especially this figure, is the cloth goods. You look at the cloth goods, give you like a Mesco vibe. Really well done. You would think Mesco did this cloth goods. I mean, you look at a lot of typical toy companies that may only make hard goods, and some of their soft goods sometimes are not that good, but this one is really good. They're ill-fitted sometimes, or they're real tough, and this one even has the articulated wire in the coat, right? So cool. Let's look at him without the coat. Oh no, look at that. I guess that's an easy way to take it out. Let's take that out. There you go. See, I always think Mafex is really delicate. But I think I just handle my toys pretty rough because I'm used to like Legends and stuff. But here we go. Kind of awkward looking. Oh look, you got a shoulder drop here for more articulation, right? If you take the coat off, right? So if you put the shoulders back up, here is how Butcher looks without the coat. Kind of weird looking to me, but it's cool to have that option. I like the coat on him. Let's take a look at the accessories, which Mafex is always good at. You got his little watch here. If we could zoom into that. Great detail on the watch. Haven't put it on him yet, but really great detail. You got his alternate head, that Carl Urban looking head with that grimacing smile, right? Great Carl Urban head sculpt. Amazing head sculpt. Look at different options he has. He has 2 holding hands that I have on him, 2 open-faced hands, and I love that Mafex does this, right? You never lose them. You can just put them back on there. You have kind of like a trigger hand and another open-faced hand. You have another open hand, but this one has a little peg on there, right? So this is the one you're going to use when you hold the soup baby. Let's just take a look at this soup baby, right? In that scene where he holds a baby and uses the laser on it, you could see it has a little hole here where you could attach the hand, and that's where you get that pose. And then of course 2 fisted hands if he's going in on a soup, right? Let's look at the other accessories here. I love this gun it comes with. Amazing detail, great hard plastic. Sometimes you get those guns that are soft plastic and the barrel's like lifted upwards or something like that. Great detail on this sniper rifle. All right, no moving parts like Mesco, but that's okay. We have his signature crowbar. Again, hard plastic. I like that hard plastic. I don't like when the weapons are all plasticky and gummy. And here we have his cattle prod, which if people don't pay attention to, I might use this, put this on my Daredevil, right? Make it a walking stick. I'm always looking for a great like Daredevil walking stick, right? I wish on top of my list that Mafex would make a Daredevil. They would do amazing with it, okay? That's the accessories. Of course, it comes, if you ever bought Mafex before, with the stand, the figure stand here, which I don't really open mine because he's not a figure that could fly or whatever. And now they're coming with these certified genuine product things where you could scan it and you could, of course, say, well, it's a hidden tag label to make sure it's okay. I mentioned earlier that I bought a Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Mafex figure, and it broke. And I questioned the authenticity of it, but it passed all the tests of being authentic. So I think I just need to be careful with how I handle these toys. Let's look at some size comparisons on Billy Butcher. Okay. Actually, first, let's look at the detail. I always forget to add the detail. Necklace, great sculpt, great articulation. See the stitching on the pants. You see the stitching and detail on the shoes as well. Now let's look at some size comparisons. The only thing about, again, Mafex is their bigger figures are not that big. Example, the comic book Venom that came out. I was gonna get him, but I was like, he doesn't look that tall. Let's look at him next to some NECA figures. I got the Loot Crate Shredder. Let me just focus in on that, which is a good height. And of course, the best turtle, Donatello. So he scales really well with these NECA figures, except the NECA Homelander, which I have over here, which is not a good figure. I didn't like it. I don't know why NECA makes the turtle line in scale and everything else, Universal Monsters, The Boys, Back to the Future, in these large 7-inch figure scales. I don't like it. I don't even like this figure. I did a review on it earlier and I was like, yeah, it's good for what it is, but I'm definitely going to get the Mafex Homelander to match with this Billy Butcher. The size comparison is whack. And I know it's a different scale. Yeah, I know. But also the head sculpt on these NECA figures are really bad. That does not look like Anthony Starr. Anyway, I feel like NECA just kind of popped the boys' figures out. They're just like, okay, it's popular. Let's just pop them out real quick before anyone else does. Until you see like a company like Mafex making them. Let's look at another Mafex figure. I have my Spider-Man Mafex and my Detolf. I'm not going to take them out because they're in poses that I do not want to put them in again. So the only one I have that I could get off the shelf quickly is this RoboCop. I love this Mafex RoboCop figure. Let's take a look at him next to Agent Gomez. So again, they size really well with any figure 6-inch figure line. Okay. Let's look at him next to your standard 6-inch Marvel Legends figure. And we'll get him next to Jigsaw. Seems like Butcher would probably run in the same circles as Jigsaw or be friends with him or use him for his advantage. Both anti-hero types. Well, of course, Jigsaw's a villain, but you get what I'm saying. But overall, we look at this figure. It is awesome. I love this figure. I cannot stop playing with it. He's always on my desk shelf. Whenever I get a new figure, there's always on my desk shelf. I just mess around with him. This guy's awesome. I really do like it. Love the show. And I'm definitely going to go all in on this Mafex Boys line. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. See you later.